God, why would you take my baby? They didn't do nothing wrong.
Hard to see as days after a deadly car crash in Santa Maria, the victim's family is searching for answers. Tonight, we're going to bring you the latest on the search for the suspect and the exclusive interview with the Ramos family.
And we'll run through the charges filed against the man accused of setting fire to a hotel in Santa Maria over the weekend, plus what's next for the people left homeless.
In calling all artists, the city of San Luis Obispo needs your help building a World Trade Center memorial. The journey behind the building blocks. It's Tuesday, October 15th. Your Central Coast News starts right now.
In high definition, this is Central Coast News right now.
Well, Santa Maria police are still searching for that carjacking suspect involved in Sunday's deadly crash. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mark Cotterobles.
And I'm Jasmine Veal. Tonight, for the first time since the accident, the victim's family speaks exclusively with Central Coast News. Our Rachel Lane is standing by with that report. But first, let's get you up to speed on what happened. Police say the man was driving a stolen car on South Blosser Sunday when he crashed into a light pole. His passenger, 24-year-old Tina Ramos, was thrown from the vehicle and died at the scene. The armed suspect then carjacked a passing car and got away.
Here now is Rachel joining us from the newsroom after speaking with the victim's family. Rachel.
Mark, Jazz, I can tell you it was very emotional to talk with them. They say Tina was a great mom, and more than anything, she just wanted to watch her kids grow up.
She didn't deserve that. That was my big sister.
When Lynette Ramos heard there was a deadly accident on South Blosser, she immediately drove to the scene, only to find out the woman killed was her sister.
Like, I seen her, like, under the sheet and stuff. Like, I was there with her, you know, like, she wasn't alone.
Lynette says her sister, Tina Ramos, just turned 24, and more than anything, she loved being a mom to her two children, Destiny and Michael. Tina's mother says her daughter was just a few miles away from home when she was killed. The Ramos family told me they know the man police are looking for, leaving Tina alone to die, and now want him to pay for what he's done.
Yeah, my daughter's gone, but she's in heaven. You know, he's gonna live with this for the rest of his life.
Her life being cut short like this, me personally, my opinion is it ain't fair.
And when asked what's the one thing you'll miss most about Tina?
Her laugh, her laugh. Tina will be missed very much. And I couldn't have asked for a better daughter.
Autopsy results are expected to be released later this week. In the meantime, Tina's family is planning several fundraisers to help pay for funeral arrangements. You can find all that information on our website. Rachel Lane in the newsroom, your Central Coast News.
All right, Rachel, thanks for that report. New tonight, San Luis Obispo County Sheriff deputies are staying tight-lipped about their investigation surrounding a home in the Santa Maria area tonight. So several of their cars were on scene at the corner of Fessler and Western, including their forensics unit. It appeared they were searching a home. Now, Santa Maria police were also there. At this point, very little information is being given out. Authorities tell us it's, quote, part of an ongoing investigation. So we're going to keep you posted when we find out more.
All right, Jazz, now to this developing story. Tonight, we have some detailed information on the charges filed against the man accused of setting fire to a Santa Maria hotel over the weekend. And this is the damage that police say this man caused. Tomorrow, that man, Amos Lee Andrews, will be in court. And here's what we know. The Santa Barbara County District Attorney's Office is charging the Santa Maria man with 1 count of arson, 1 count of burglary, and 2 other counts of arson for setting fire in 2 separate dumpsters in the nearby area. As reported yesterday, Andrews was the former maintenance man at the hotel on North Broadway. His victims claim that he threatened to set fire to the building after he was fired earlier this year. Now, the people living at the Town Center Hotel barely escaped the fire during the early morning hours on Saturday. Most of those people are now staying at a temporary shelter set up by the Red Cross at a community center in Santa Maria.
It's going to be incredibly hard, and many of the individuals that are there, and there's been 2 families that have been identified as well, are very extremely low income, and many of them have special needs that are probably beyond just placing them into housing. So there's just a number of issues that are going to be barriers to getting them housed. And for us at Good Samaritan, our shelters have been running an overflow all year long.
Well, the local chapter of the Red Cross says it's working with the city of Santa Maria to keep the shelter at the community center open as long as needed. And right now, the Red Cross is looking for cash donations and volunteers to help those people left homeless by this fire. For instant coverage on this story, as we learn more, head to our website and, of course, follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
All right, now to some new information on the man who Santa Barbara County Sheriff's deputies say stole a car and then led officers on a car chase that started in Santa Maria and ended in Tanglewood. Well, tonight we know the identity of that suspect. The high-speed chase took place near Black and Stoll roads, but was called off for safety reasons. Well, deputies eventually were tipped off. They finally found the stolen car parked right in front of a home in Tanglewood on Willowwood Road. The suspect who has been identified as 28-year-old Pedro Valdovinos of Santa Maria was found inside a trailer in someone's backyard. He's been booked into the county jail on $25,000 bail.
California right now, a silver alert and a search effort underway for a man missing from Redlands. That is in Southern California, but it's possible that the man missing is now headed our way. Eugene Loafer suffers from Alzheimer's and was last seen at home yesterday. Authorities say that he could be traveling to Cambria. This is his photo. If you see him here on the Central Coast, please send information to the email address there listed on your screen. And now more local news in Orcutt. A woman accused of having sex with a teenage boy has accepted a plea deal from the district attorney. 48-year-old Michelle Newberry is accused of sexually abusing the teenage boy who was 15 years old when the relationship began in 2007. The boy was friends with Newberry's daughter. Newberry was sentenced to 1 year in county jail and 5 years on felony probation. She will register as a sex offender and will need to avoid all contact with minors during those 5 years. The district attorney's office says they are satisfied with the sentence.
She is restricted in her movements with the ankle monitor, and she does have standard sex offender terms. She will be treated as a sex offender for the 5 years that she's on probation.
Newberry was also ordered to finish her 200 hours of community service by the end of the year. The sex offender terms require Newberry to attend sex offender counseling and therapy.
If the speaker thinks that he is going to put all these extraneous matters on to question the full faith and credit of the United States of America, he's going to have his own votes to do it.
There are a lot of opinions about what direction to go. There have been no decisions about what exactly we will do.
And there you have it. The Senate's top Democrat and Republican then have resumed talks, at least to reopen the government and avoid a possible U.S. government default. The House is trying to vote on a bill to do just that. Time is running out before the U.S. loses its ability to borrow money. Some repercussions are already being felt. So with time ticking away tonight, Congress did what it has been doing best lately, watching potential deals completely fall apart, continuing the partial shutdown. Well, today the Senate offered up a bipartisan way out of the shutdown with a bill reopening the government and increasing the debt ceiling. But the House soon fired back with its own plan, which included the Republicans' agenda to change the Affordable Care Act. So what about that deadline then to raise the debt limit? That's coming up fast. First and foremost, well, Congress has until Thursday at the latest, but damage is already being felt today as one credit rating agency, Fitch, says it has put the U.S.'s bonds rating under review until the end of March.
And now closer to home, we have a developing story that we are following. Battle lines drawn in the Santa Ynez Valley over the Chumash Indian tribe's plans for the controversial Camp 4 property. The Santa Barbara County Board of Supervisors voted to oppose the tribe's plans to annex more than 1,400 acres of ag land as part of its sovereign reservation. The Chumash tribe wants to build more than 140 homes on the land for tribal members and their families, saying their existing reservation in the Santa Ynez Valley is built out and landlocked. The vote was 4-1 to formally oppose the fee to trust transfer of the Camp 4 property with the Federal Bureau of Indian Affairs.
Never have we seen our community so outraged on an issue affecting every voter in this county. We recognize the financial impact annexation would have on the entire county.
The tribe is going to continue its quest to bring 1,400 acres into trust. We're going to do it both through the administrative process, which I'm sure will be appealed, and we'll continue to do it and pursue it through the legislative process, which I am sure we will prevail.
Well, Chairman Armenta also announced today the Chumash tribe has withdrawn its application for designation of more than 11,000 acres of land in the Santa Ynez Valley as a tribal consolidation area. On to more local news this evening. State safety investigators are probing the apparent accidental death of a local oil field worker. Cal OSHA says it happened last Saturday at an oil field near Los Alamos. The man killed was 36 years old, but his name has not yet been released. He fell to his death after a platform collapsed around a rig that he was standing on. The oil field is along Cat Canyon Road and Old Rig Road. Cal OSHA says that he was employed by Key Energy Services Incorporated. The agency has up to 6 months to investigate this death.
Well, right now, San Luis Obispo is offering $62,000 for this successful bid to help build a World Trade Center memorial with the actual steel beam from the Twin Towers. The towers came crashing down on 9/11 during the terrorist attacks in New York City. Slow City Fire petitioned the New York Port Authority to get it just a few years ago, and they did just that. A retired Santa Barbara fire captain volunteered his time to bring it all the way back here to the Central Coast. So this memorial will stand in front of Fire Station 1.
This should be a memorial not only for our current generations, but for future generations, to remember those who had fallen and to be vigilant and to remember the values of those who gave up their lives for their country.
So applications for artists are due November 15th. They want to create something really special here, like he mentioned, for generations to come. They will then be, those applications, reviewed by police officers, firefighters, and other artists.
More local news. Several films are being screened in Santa Barbara as part of a new film series being put on by the Santa Barbara International Film Festival. This is a clip from the film The Act of Killing, which will be shown tomorrow night. The Showcase film series continues throughout the month with several independent movies.
So what about the lineup? There are actually 3 more films to catch this month. They will be presented every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. right at the Plaza de Oro Theater on South Hitchcock Way. For a list, though, of the movies, as well as for more information about this film series, simply head to our website. That's KCOY or myfox11.com. All right, more news and the weather forecast with Chloe Beardsley coming up right after the break.